Well, hello everybody. Let's count it down. We're going to start the show in about 5 minutes. Thank y'all for being here. We'll get going shortly. Who'd you bite? Tell you what, man. Let's kick this thing off.
Well, alright, OG-san. Y'all ready? Everybody, welcome to OG-san's Art Show. Let's do it.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you guys for sitting through that long intro. I tell you what, this shift I'm working this week is really messing with my sleep. I came home today and just immediately fell asleep. I barely got up in time to catch a stream I wanted to see. But we got a little while before Phil and Micah tackle them old psycho bears, so I figured we'd get a painting in. Very, very boring. It was a Zoom call. I was on that thing for a while. I've got 4 more days of them things, and those are my days off, but I got to go in for these classes every day. But I will have this coming Saturday off, so this Friday night I should be on here. It should be a rare Friday night. So yeah, I'll do the pre-party tomorrow. It won't be no problem. I'll be home in plenty of time for that. Tonight I'm drinking good old Mountain Dew. So good and refreshing. Well, enough jibber jabber, enough chit chat. Let's get a little background music going. There we go. Nice and calm. I am a painting fool, Phil. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right. Let's grab some, you know what? Actually, I'm going to make this a very dark blue background. We're going to start just like that right there. And our first colors we throw down are going to be real bright. Should make them pop right out. All right, here we go. You know how I like these old sunsets and sunrises. I think this one's going to be a sunset. Y'all make sure and check out Phil and Micah here in a little while. They're going to be doing some hot gummy bears. I think they'll be all right. Y'all think they'll be all right? I'm actually going to sneak this orange in below the yellow by creating a new layer, and I actually moved it below the one that we started with. And I'm going to turn the flow down quite a bit on this one because I don't want it to overwhelm the yellow. We just want a little bit of cloud cover off in that distance there. Just some random shapes. It don't have to be anything spectacular. It's just off in the horizon, kind of cloud flow. But I do want the orange behind the yellow. Let's see here. And then maybe way up here at the top, we're going to go even further back. And I can do this on the same layer as the orange. We'll get a little hint of red out there, way out in the distance. Way out there. And then we're going to put a little purple right on top of everything. Nice and dark. It'll really pop out with that dark background. Then we'll smooth all this out to make it look a little better. Oops. Kind of got crazy right there in that middle spot. There we go. We don't want it to look too crazy. And I like playing with these real dark backgrounds. Makes it look cool. Hey, Joe W., what is up? Could be a creepy fog coming in. That's kind of the thing with me is we'll figure this out together. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. Yeah, we got to get some of this darkness out here, especially up here in these corners. We want to kind of really make that claustrophobic feeling just a little bit. All right. So I'm going to take these two layers and merge them together now. So this is all one. Whatever I do on one will affect the other. And then we are going to start. I got the flow on this smudge brush turned down. Let's try 2% first. Yeah, there we go. And all I'm doing is covering up these little brush marks. If they're super big brush marks, I'll just kind of pull them straight up. Smooth this out just a little bit. I do like that little purple spot right there in the middle. I don't want to mess it up, but I do need to smooth it out just a hair. Then we're going to pull this all just kind of straight down into nothing. And actually the last thing I'm going to put in, or one of the last things I'm going to put in, will be the actual sun. I used to use a lot of the horizontal symmetry to create my little water effects on the bottom. But I've kind of quit doing that. Yeah, it does kind of look like a twistery night, don't it? Got that spot right there. I'll hide just a little bit more of that. All right. Now we are going to grab our little brush that we're making our clouds with again. I'm going to add a new layer. And we're actually going to go just a little blue tint of white. I'm going to turn this flow way down 2%. We're just going to add a few little highlighted areas. And of course, we'll go back and smooth those out just a little bit. We're going to have a little bit of white in these clouds. And the lighter I touch, the less paint this puts on it. It's what I love about these tablets. And I will really probably blend a whole lot of this down, because I don't want it to look like paint strokes at all. Just some little highlighted areas. And now because this is on a new layer, it won't affect the clouds that we already put in. And I think the magic time's really going to be kind to us on this one. We will see. There. Now we're getting somewhere. Just chugged a 10% stout. You be careful with them things, Saucy. I understand, though. I can't hardly help it when I start drinking one. Them things are good. All right, new layer. So you got to start with the things that are in the distance first. And we're actually just going to go gray. Just straight gray with this stuff. And I'm just throwing in some random shapes. We don't know what this thing is. I'm sure it's going to be a shoreline, knowing me. I don't know if I like that. Let's take that out. I kind of want to do one of these. Or it's kind of the mouth of a bay or something here. Maybe we'll put a little creepy lighthouse over here on the side. Alright. Now we'll smooth those bottoms out. This is just a little kind of blending brush, but it kind of acts like a dry brush on an oil painting. It's one of my favorite brushes. Y'all know that if you've ever watched me do one of these. How much I like to use that brush. I've been sleeping all day. Wakey, wakey, drinky. You gonna stick with that moose head? Well, I don't blame you. Tell you what, once you get into that barrel age stuff, man, it's too good to put down sometimes. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of a rocky texture on these rocks. It makes sense, don't it? And we're gonna kind of use this to highlight these rocks in, just to kind of make them look a little bit real. And I probably actually should have used a new layer, but you know what? A little bit late for that now, isn't it? Just kind of getting these in, and sometimes I know because my internet sucks. I don't know if you guys can see the stuff I'm doing on here. I'm going to go on these dark areas. I'm going to turn that flow up just a little bit for this, so we can get those nice dark little shadows in there. Dark shadows. That doesn't look right. There we go. And we will clean this layer up with an eraser, so that we got that nice clean break. All right. There we go. Get those little smudges out of there. All right. Doing good. So far, so good. What is up, Travis? How's everything going? That's pretty cool seeing you up there on the Twisted Art, ladies. You and that magma monkey. All right. So right here, I got to kind of be brave here a little bit. With the color selection. I always like to make these look just a little off. You're like, that could be a lighthouse. But it sure doesn't look like any I've seen around here. That type of thing. We will clean that up here shortly. Hope everybody's having a good night. Getting close to that time to watch Phil and Micah rock those Psycho Bears. It's going to be a good show. So now I got to put a little texture on this thing right here. Yeah, it kind of looks like a pillar or something, don't it? Remember, I never promised anybody that this was of this world. This could be how they do lighthouses on some other planet or some other time. All right, let's get a little texture on this thing. Try to make it look a little bit more realistic. Hey, Will, how you doing, man? All right, man. Take care, Dennis. Dennis is he's a cool writer. I've done some paintings for him before. I work with him in the real world. I actually know him. Cool guy. We will darken some of this down quite a bit. Just go right down in here. All right. All right. Get them dogs took care of. We got 8 awesome people hanging out with me. You know, it's been a slow go for me here on YouTube, but man, I think we're fixing to make that final corner. I'm getting real close to 800 subs and getting fairly close on my hours. So I think this summer I'll try to do a big push and get this thing on the road here. Someday my dream job is just to hang out with you awesome folks and paint. It's my retirement plan. Didn't say it was going to work. Just said that's my plan. All right. And we're going to take our little spreading brush down here and start carving this in. Oh, I've said it a million times. I'll get there when I get there. But we're on that home stretch. I'm feeling good about it. Feeling real good about it. We're going to have to put a little highlight in this water here in a second too. Just to kind of pop that Then we'll actually play with the water. You deserve it just as much, Saucy. You bring a lot of entertainment to folks. A lot of good info. And you're just all around a good guy. I don't hang out with assholes, so that's why I hang out with you. Think the world of you. All right. Let's get a little water highlight. Thank you, Melissa. We got so many good folks out here that just got each other's back. It's very humbling, to say the least. And of course, we will take our little brush and spread this out here. And I'm actually going to use a line tool for this because I want this to come out nice. Just a little sandy looking highlight. And we were going to come straight out this way. We just want that to look like a little, maybe just a tiny little sandbar, kind of catching that last light. Okay. Now, since we're going right up here in the foreground with this on a new layer, see, I'm having to remind myself to do new layers. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. We are going to kind of bring this in this way. Because this is the closest thing to us, it's going to be super dark. And I do appreciate you guys sticking with me because that last Bob Ross art stream I did, I didn't think it was going to be very good. I almost had a little panic attack in the middle of it and shut it down. But I didn't. I saw it through because I had you, my friend, sticking it out with me. And when I posted that thing on DeviantArt, that has been the biggest piece of art I've ever put on there. I've had 2,500 or so people look at it. I've got like 70 likes on it, comments. And I probably would not have saw that through had you guys not been hanging out with me. So I do appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for it. Now, for the sake of time, I am cheating and using this little grass brush. Because we do got some streams to get to tonight. I just kind of had to get this painting out of my system. And Twisted Art Lady has got me a little bit inspired to get my acrylics back out. Those swipes and stuff she does over there are awesome. I'm not ever very successful at the swipes because I always tend to ruin them because I'll see a face or something. And then I have to like try to bring the face out and then I just ruin the whole thing. So when I start them, I usually will just do like a little creepy face right off the bat. Just putting a little random grass here and there. A lot of what I do on this digital stuff, I have to like I can't sit up here. It would take me days to get all the colors blended and pop everything out the way I would want to. So I kind of have to use the old magic time and some of these brushes to accomplish what I want to accomplish in the time I have. Okay, so we got our basic layout here. We are going to go way back in time. Way back down here to our first layer where those clouds are. I'm going to add a new layer. And I'm actually going to pull that down below the first layer. So now this is our new first layer. Because I want to get some color out here in this water. So I'm going to steal this color. We're going to get some of that out there in this background. Going to get a little over here. And because we got it down underneath those other layers, it won't affect anything else we've drawn. It's just underneath everything. It's another way you can kind of cheat the system. I'm going to throw in some of this lighter stuff right out here, kind of in the middle. Now we are going to start dragging all this. I'm going to make this brush big. Remember, left and right are the size of your brush. Up and down are the flow. Now for these kind of water drags, we're going to try it at 6%. See what happens. I used a line tool so I can get a nice straight even line. Yeah. Starting to look all right. All right. I am going to turn that flow up just a little bit. May try 10%. Let's see what happens. Let's just see. Bring some out here from the edge. I will have a big highlight right in the middle of the water. So these are just kind of the background colors. We are 33 minutes in. Plenty of time. Eating supper with Mom. All right. Enjoy that supper. Eileen Ballou is here. Eileen's been a super supporter lately, and Eileen is very kind. She is really on it with the GoFundMe for Get Her Done Granny. Now, Granny lost her house in a house fire. It was her husband's family home. Been there forever, and it's gone, and they're having to start over. So, whatever you can go give Granny, if it's $1, if it's $100. Granny, I'm sure, would be very much appreciative, because believe me, they are starting completely over. And Granny is a great and wonderful person that I guarantee would be there for you. And if you can't give anything, Granny's got a channel, a funny, awesome channel. Go run a playlist. Get her some watch time. She's just that awesome. She does get it done. And I know she's a tough lady. Very tough. Tougher than me. But we all need a little help sometimes. Alright, so now I'm going to drag. I'm going to turn the line tool off because I'm going to drag some of this down here. I'm going to drag that out. That might be a little too radical right there. There we go. Now I can tell you all of these little techniques and stuff. It took me a long time to figure out how to translate this stuff from watching a Bob Ross TV show to getting it to work on this digital pad. But if you ever want to, any of my tips or tricks, if they have any value to you, I'm more than willing. I'll do a private stream, walk you through how I do all these little things. The brushes I use, the software I use. I'm going to drag it just a little bit more. All right. Going to add a new layer on top of this one. Oh yeah. This is in fact a big old YouTube family, and it's awesome to see everybody taking care of each other. All right, I'm gonna go back to that layer I promised you here. Now with this layer, we are gonna go big, but I don't want it to be super intense. Maybe a little bit lighter color. And you just have to play with these things. That's the beauty of digital art. Just give it a light tap. Just a tap. Okay. Back up here on top. We're back on the top layer. We are going to give this thing a light that it is shining out into the darkness there. As the sun starts to go down, we're going to put a light right on top. We're going to give it a big shine. Right like that. And I like putting this little effect right here. But we don't want it the same color. We want a little bit lighter. Turn the intensity down. I don't kind of like the pink. I kind of want to do a yellow. Just a hint. You don't want that super strong. Just a suggestion that it's there. Now, we will. I'm going to grab this splat brush. And since we're way up here on the top, I'm just going to put a few little stars up here in the very top. Like you're just starting to see these things. They're just starting to pop out. And we'll go and erase some of these out just so it doesn't look like it's just stamped in. Make it look a little bit more random. Bam, bam. There we go. You can see how it kind of does these little lines. We don't want those. We just want some random stars here and there. Anywhere I can kind of see where it's made a pattern, I'll take some of it out. And we don't need a whole bunch because it's just starting to get bright. That night's just now coming alive. All right. There we go. Got 12 folks watching. Y'all are awesome. I think we need one big old bright star up there somewhere. So we're going to add a layer for that dude and go back to our glow brush, which is one of my favorite brushes, because it does all kinds of great and wonderful lighting effects. I think we're going to have a nice little blue star out there. I got to turn that eraser off. It's going to be, I don't know if this is a star or a moon or something like that. It's going to be about right there. That looks like a moon. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a glow, but it's not going to be the same color. Thinking like a purplish glow. That might be too much. Turn that down just a little. A little bit smaller. There we go. Who knows what that thing is? I don't know if that's a moon, a star, or some kind of spaceship coming in. We don't know. We don't care. There's just that little hint of a sparkle. Now see how that brush kind of leaves that circle around it? It's the sparkle brush that does it. So I'll actually go and clean that up just a little bit. And I think I will blend it. Probably have to redo that. Yeah. I'm going to have to do my sparkle the hard way. Turn this way down. Actually, I'm going to use this little fine oil brush. Turn that where you can barely see it. Let's try it out. All right. I'm going to turn that flow way down. There we go. All right. New layer. Here. See if I can pull this off by hand. And then we will take the eraser. I will turn the flow of that way down. And if you turn your eraser flow way down, you can just start taking it out a little bit without erasing it completely. Now these two layers right here I want to merge together so I can take my blending brush and make that look just a little better. I still got my eraser on. Y'all have to yell at me when I do that. Just yell at the screen. I'll hear you. I need to turn that line tool on. That's what I need to do. All right, now we're going to go back and put that ball of light right back in the center. I think I took it from being some kind of a star to just something random. That might be a spaceship. Who knows? Who knows? Let's kind of more what I had in my mind right there anyway. Bam. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe that's what that's shining at too. Hey, Chasing Reaper, how you doing? Well, I'll tell y'all what. It's about time for getting better.
It's magic time. Oh, yeah.
Getting better and getting quicker on that magic time button. Getting back in practice a little bit. Magic time is where we take this digital painting we've done. I'm going to run it through a filter and it'll kind of bring everything together for us. Touch this thing up, make it look awesome. So I've saved it. I will open it in Photor, my favorite photo editor. I don't think we need to crop anything. We just need to pick out an effect. Sometimes I really like the Dawn's light. Most of the time I like this nostalgic, but this mini oven's kind of got my curiosity piqued right here. I do like how that's bringing everything together. Let's play with this one. This is one I don't use that often. Let's see. We're going to turn the brightness down just a hair. I do want to turn. I don't know. I'm always torn. That kind of looks better. A little bit more contrast. But saturation is super high on this one. Very colorful. You just got to find that right balance. I am going to warm this up just a little. Yeah, well, that pink's pretty nice, but let me turn the brightness down just another hair, just a notch. A little bit more contrast. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to play with it anymore. Bam. We'll call this one BR 419. So there's our original. It's pretty cool looking. This is the one I just want to shout you guys at real quick. I don't know if that's not the version I posted. There it is. This one, the other day, this is the one I kind of had a freak out on. Almost didn't finish. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, sorry about that, folks. This is the one I almost freaked out on and didn't finish. I'm glad I did. This turned out to be like the biggest one I've ever put on DeviantArt. This is, if I can find it, I know I saved it. I gotta find this thing. All right, give me just a second. Man, there it is. All right. Uh-oh. I must have closed that too fast. We're going to have to do that filtering all over again. I'll be danged. See if I can open it back with Photor. Nope. I closed the file too fast, y'all. You believe that? Golly. I'm going to have to redo that. We're going to redo it real quick, though, I promise. We use mini oven. Turn the contrast up a little bit. We turn the brightness down just a hair. We turn the saturation up just a hair. Turn the temperature up just a little bit. We leaned this way on the tent, sharpened it up. That's the bad thing when I screw up and corrupt my files like that. There, we're getting back. Turn this, get this a little bit brighter on the corners. That kind of looks like what we had. Good to go. BR415. Now let's open it back up. There we go. Should have named it BR419. That's what we'll name it when we close it. Hey, Todd. What's going on? Patreon Pirate. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Hope everybody's having them a good old night. Now, we're going to sign this thing, and we've got a few minutes. Everybody go get prepared. Phil and Micah's going to put on a little show for us, eating those Psycho Bears. They're not as hot as the Rummy Bears. They're too hot for me, I can tell you that. Oji-san 21. And the bee lady would be getting on to me right now because I didn't put Mama's bug in there. But we're kind of running out of time. I will be later on. I don't even know what I'm going to sip on. I think I may mix up. It's been a while since I've had one, but I may mix me up a Warhammer tonight. So, cheers, y'all. Rock on. When you guys go over to Phil, you make sure and tell Emoji-san sent you. All right. Y'all take care. Love y'all. We'll see you in the next show.